I was recently asked to explain what's the difference between Torah and Talmud. I'm going to try to do that in just a few minutes. To begin with, we Jews believe that when Moses went on Mount Sinai, he really received two Torahs, so to speak. One is the written Torah that we know as the Chumash, or the 5 books of Moses, and the other was an oral Torah, or explanations of those 5 books and all the rules and regulations and understandings of Jewish life. In addition to the 5 books, the revealed books of the Torah, the written Torah, includes also the writings of the Jewish prophets and a selection of writings called Ketuvim, the writings, which consists of books of history, books of revealed poetry like the Psalms, and also books of wisdom like Proverbs. And this constitutes the revealed written Torah. What about that oral Torah? So to understand the oral Torah, I have to understand the ways in which the written Torah is, so to speak, incomplete. Imagine, for example, you were to be confronted with something like this. This is the schematic diagram for my gas fireplace. Now, if you understood schematic diagrams and you were an electrician, you could look at this immediately and know immediately how to install one of these things. Well, I don't have that background, and so I can't do that. What I need is a teacher. I need somebody to teach me the system, to help me to understand what these terms mean, what these symbols mean, and with that, I'm able to actually do what I have to do. The same thing with the Torah. There are many things in the Torah which are left unclear, and we have many commentaries that we study with, which would help us to be able to understand what the text says. But we also have a tradition of oral interpretation and understanding that goes all the way back to Moses and is passed on from teacher to teacher to teacher to teacher, all the way down to us. That tradition remained oral up until about the 2nd century. Once in the 2nd century, when the world began to be a little bit more unstable under Roman rule, the rabbis decided that it was time to start to write down the oral law.